All right. Hi, I'm your host, Zeospantera, here on Z Reviews. And I'm gonna review three Bluetooth headphones. And the reason I'm combining them all is because I don't think you guys want me to spend what would be 7 days if I did one, then waited one, and one, then waited one, and then one, then waited one. So the three we're gonna look at have no correlation other than the fact that they are all Bluetooth and noise canceling. And this one's slightly outdated because this is the 4. So we've got, I'm gonna stop the camera in a bit and give you my impressions of the Strauss & Wagner SW-ANC-BT501, and this was sent by Audio46. JVC themselves actually sent me this set of noise canceling, which is the HA-S100N. That's the Drake. And then I went out and bought the Sony WH-1000xm4. These are all really creative names. They really inspire and they move me. Just want to also remind you guys to check out the IM channel, where I have a separate IM channel. And this is the first video I'm filming since the SA6 Ultras went on sale, and then we're sold out in 3 days. You guys, I don't even know if, did I sell it to you or did everyone else sell it to you? I don't know how that happened. At their price, don't rip shit up. At their price, I wasn't sure they were ever going to sell, but we'll see how the results are when everyone receives them. Wallpaper in the Horde. Thank you for supporting me on Patreon and Subscribestar. I guess I should get to work. Okay, so we'll time with the Strauss & Wagner, which, by the way, composers, look them up, or don't, depending on what you want to know about the history. These are plugged in currently to the amp. I've got the new, what are you, the K9? No, you're the K7? Q7? QK97? I love how Fio doesn't put the name of the thing that they want to sell, like, on it. And it's like, people will know what it is. Anyway, because this has a very special cable. It's a USB-C to 3.5 millimeter. And I'm like, cool. And it says in the instruction, actually, it doesn't say instructions. It says it here in this little flap on the thing. Make sure that the unit is off before you use the USB. What it doesn't tell you, and I had to figure out, is that the left and right channels are reversed depending on which way you put this into the headphone. That's why, and now I made the mistake of bringing the Rode NHT100s here, or NTH100s. I keep thinking about Now Hear This, the speaker company, which I've never used one of their speakers before. So these are $150 non-Bluetooth anything headphone that you can buy. So what I'm going to do, just to make this video a little more interesting, is I'm going to compare everything sound quality-wise to those. No. Okay, let's start. One of the reasons I hooked up this cable to the Fio is, okay, the sound signature on these headphones, on the SW-ANC-BT501s, is bass muffled bass. I didn't burn them in on the burn-in rig because I didn't know that they had a wire that was specifically like a backwards. Wait, I forget which way. It's not labeled either, like you're supposed to know to play this side out. So I had the left and right test for my sound demos, and it was like left. I'm like, that is definitely not the left. Oh, fuck. You all were like, get another cat, get another cat. Hey, the Drake. Come say hello. Or yell and run around the basement. Anyway, Swede's much quieter. These are, I gotta get, all right, positives. Let's start with positives here. They're cheap, $100. Can't go wrong with $100, right? $100 is pretty much as low as you can spend on an active noise canceling set of headphones, like full-size headphones, and get away with it with like any sort of quality. I actually loaned my Tautronics, which is no longer on Amazon because I did that thing, or they were called, I don't know, I missed Tautronics. But I lent my Tautronics SoundSurge 46s, which were also bass monsters, to my friend Dan, who was taking a plane to go to Ireland. And in fact, he's in Ireland now with my headphones, and his cat's upstairs also. It's a cat sanctuary, apparently. These are more comfortable than those. They're not as well built. So the comfort on these is pretty fucking amazing for any headphone, never mind a Bluetooth. We've got this like egg shape. The inside here is padded on the actual driver. There's a gap in the middle where there's no padding, but anything that touches your head is very soft. It's the right shape. It's got a decent clamp. It's not like super light clamping. For active noise canceling, you're going to find a theme today is going to be clamp. But the headband's got some padding. It's got a very simple adjustment here, which didn't want to go back in because of a slight, actually that's probably a benefit, because when you have it adjusted, as soon as you put tension on that hinge, it shouldn't move anymore. So that's okay. I think I have them all the way in. Labels are there left and right. Real quick tour of the unit. Power button. Also, what's it called when you bring up like Google Woman there? Here's your USB-C with a LED to show charge. There's your microphone. There's another microphone or just a hole for one. You got your play pause phone pickup, next track, last track, volume up, volume down. Standard stuff. It controls the phone's volume. I'm using it on the phone and not the little BTA30 because I want to actually use these buttons. But now I'm plugging it in, so it doesn't really make a difference. I guess I could actually let you hear the voice, the lady voice, because she's kind of like, hold on. Shh, quiet everyone. Did this go on? I couldn't tell if it went on. Anyway, let's see if it connected to my phone. Nope, did not. There's your noise canceling button, by the way. Power on. She's like sexy robot, but like not past the uncanny valley. She's like, power on. There's no emotion behind it. It's just pure. Yeah, so one of the things, I mentioned the sound briefly. I guess sound is sort of important, but we also have to concern ourselves. I think you get active noise canceling for two reasons. Because your environment is noisy and you maybe want to listen to something. So that means there's three things that matter. Sound quality, which these don't have. Comfort, which these do have, and active noise canceling, which I've been testing just around my house. Like I've got the fans, the filter fans I built. I got one there. I got my dehumidifier behind all the boxes to try to block it out. And if I push the button on the side, it has three modes. It's like active noise canceling, nothing, just not active or pass through, and then pass through. And NC mode is so gentle that I could still hear the fan through it. Which, all right, so here's the thing. Unless you're in a plane, you really can't judge active noise canceling, or my car, and then drive around with noise canceling headphones on. This is, if the best active noise canceling I've ever heard was either the new iPods Pro 2, which by the way is reviewed on the IM channel, only at the IM channel, or the iPods Max, which is the big headphones. If that's the best, if that's a 10 out of 10, these are a 3 out of 10 as far as active noise canceling goes. And like the Bose and stuff like that, and the Sonys we're going to get to later on, those are like an 8, a 7, or an 8. The Apple ones are dumb. They are literally, Apple could exist as not a phone company, as not a computer company, as not a software company. They could just make active noise canceling headphones for pilots, and they'd still be able to succeed in the world. I almost can't tell these are active noise canceling. They do a decent job dampening. I put on environmental, which means it listens in. And it's like the world is there, but reduced to about 40% volume. So I don't think you can hold a conversation with the open setting. And then the NC off setting is just, it's a headphone. Has no active open or active closed. And it sounds remarkably similar to the active noise canceling on mode. So I don't think you're buying these for active noise canceling. The second part would be comfort, and these are actually remarkably comfortable. They come with a nice case. Ooh, Strauss & Wagner. Comes with a USB charging cable, comes with a little book, comes with this adapter that you can plug it in and run it on a normal amp. So I think that's all I got to say about that. Let's move on to the sound real quick, since this is going to be a 3-part video. By the way, I use the timestamps to jump ahead. Should have said that at the beginning. I guess I'll just... There are moments when they sound okay. Mostly when I have the noise canceling off. It's very slight noise canceling, so there's literally no point in having it on. But it sounds very narrow. And it's like the cutoff is about 8,000 hertz. Like, you don't need anything else higher than that. Nothing sharp. Then the bass comes in and it's like, okay, these are tuned to compete with Beats. Even though I don't think, does Beats even sell headphones anymore? Like, serious question. I haven't seen anybody on the street with them. This could be the greatest period in life, despite the tragedies of the 2020s. If there's no more Beats headphones, we're living in the golden age. There's bass, but there's nothing beyond. No. And the biggest problem these have is that I pull the fucking Rhodes out. Because these are 100, these are 150. Granted, these have active noise canceling, they're self-powered, there's batteries in them, and I understand, but I lowered that like it's going to lower this. These are... So the opinion is going to be today of the 3 headphones. Should you buy these, or should you just buy a good set of headphones and then get a Bluetooth adapter and plug that bitch in? I wish they sell the Bluetooth adapter for this. These would be the greatest Bluetooth headphones of all time. They wouldn't even need to be noise canceling. Anyway, so the Strauss and Wagner. No, in a pinch for $100. In a pinch for $100. Luckily for you, Audio 46, who sent these, have a ton of other headphones you can look at. In fact, they even have the Bathies, which were sent to me by headphones.com, and they're over there charging. But those are like here they are, $99.95. They're not even $100. You save 5 cents. And they got crazy long battery life. It's 40 hours of playtime. Like, they got things I like to see. 5 minutes of charging for every 5 hours of playback is good. 32-foot range. It's only a 40-millimeter driver. It's warranted for a year. But you can't just put the names of composers on a box and be like, well, now they're going to sell. Because Mozart was a thing. Mozart ain't coming back from the dead and tuning your fucking headphones. So Strauss and Wagner need to try harder on the sound quality. Build is okay. I mean, some of this plastic feels a little cheap, a little sharp on the edges here. I don't like the fact that like the FDIC number is so... I'm literally in the headphones, by the way. It's so big. Like, why? Why does that need to be written in such huge font? A little S&W logo here. I don't mind the fact that I don't have a touchpad. I don't like touchpads. I'd rather have buttons. Like, that's why I like my Bose so much, my QC45s. Dan didn't want to take those instead of the Sound Surge because there's an anime waifu on the side of it. And I'm like, you're a bitch. They also don't fold, like, in any meaningful way. They just go like that, which is why the box is so big, which is going to come into it later on when you get into actually travel with something. So, no. And the fact that the 3.5 millimeter plug requires this to be plugged in the correct direction, or they're inverted, I guess not polarity, just inverted channels, is kind of silly. It's kind of silly. So, yeah, feel free to go to the Audio 46 link to these in the description and buy something else. They even have III stuff. I didn't even know they sold the III stuff. But yeah, no. They have the III stuff. Anyway, wallpaper in the Horde. Next headphone, please. Stone Temple Pilots. And the JVC HA100N. S100Ns? S100Ns. This is Latin numbers and letters. So these... First quirk... So the on-off switch on these, they went with a system that I don't usually like for reasons. This is button free. We're free, everyone, of buttons. You know, tactile and feeling a thing going click. Fuck it. What are you, born in the 90s? God, die, old man. So when you articulate them open, that's when they shut off. If you do this, they turn on. There we go. So you can't ever put them down like this, or they'll stay on. I'm sure at some point if they disconnect, they'll disconnect, but your phones, you're not shutting your Bluetooth off on your phone, so that's it. When I say quirk, it's not necessarily a good quirk, all right? Not everything's a deco quirk, it's a bad quirk. And then when you want to turn them off, you have to lay them down, open, and then they turn off. So now that they're back connected, we could talk about the touch surfaces. Because there's more than one, and it's not how you're thinking it is. So, not a bad looking headphone, honestly, if you're going for like they're going for there's some fingerprints on there because I'm Italian and I occasionally eat sausages just all the time. Comfortable. Not as comfortable as the S&Ws. Something about these giant pads. They're just too giant. Like, if, oh God, wait. No! Ah! Okay, so it twisted, and now the right, so apparently it's just the right one dictates that. So wait, if I leave that. Yeah, because the right one has the connections, so it's just. Wait.
Power on.
Okay, so it's the right side that dictates if it's on or off. On and off. It's not a bad concept if you're running like a military organization and everyone's going to do exactly what you tell them to. But I'd like a button to turn it off. Because what if I buy a case for them that's not this case, which, by the way, it's got a much smaller case because these fold. So you have to... Oh, God, I turned them off again. Oh, God. It's the most I've ever turned something on and off by accident. Just like your mom. So it will actually get a little bit smaller and go into a slightly smaller case. The case is fine. Look at the case. Ooh, case. Ooh, case. These are twice the price of the S&Ws. These are $200 for the pair right now on Amazon. I will link to the JVC homepage and to them on Amazon. So they're twice the price. They sound twice as good as the S&Ws and have twice the noise canceling. But is that enough? Because moving from the S&Ws to these, I'm like, oh, good. Sounds good. Two tracks, 3 tracks. I mean, I was using them before this, but like just going directly from and then to. And then I pulled out the wire that it has right here, and I plugged it in, and the Bluetooth turned off. But it didn't turn off the unit because the unit can't turn off because they're wearing it. So it's on while it's plugged in. And if you turned it, then it'd be off. But then the wire would be plugged in, you wouldn't be wearing it because they're like this, and you got to turn it on. It's fine. It's fine. To the touch surfaces. So the back of the box has a very nice, pretty little description. There's also goo on here. I don't know why. These will probably end up in a yard sale. So get ready to buy my goo. So I pulled out the actual... Now, JVC is a company that stands for Japan Victor Corp. I don't know how much of this is actually still Japanese. Like, I don't even know if their headquarters are in Japanese or in, like, Japan. They're designed in Japan. So they are designed in Japan. Kenwood, apparently. I was worried JVC fell off, like, completely fell off, like Acoustic Research, but they're still holding on. Anyway... So the left side, which I got to be real careful now not to touch anything or twist anything. The left side here, this beautiful empty space, does fucking nothing. There's no buttons, there's no controls, there's not even any holes except for that one. Probably for the ambient noise canceling. Big ass pads, almost too big and too soft. I don't know. They're not a very big hole. It's barely a 2-knuckle, which I'd love to. Actually, I could twist the left side without fucking up the on-off schematic. We still playing? We are. So yeah, no, it's I don't know. Sometimes it's like too big and too pillowy, and that's like, is it comfortable or is it just bigger for the sake of bigger? So you put them on. The clamp's not bad. You got to sort of like work them around your ears and get the angle right, and then I want to unpause. So unpausing the music is a very simple touch. Will it work with a knot on my head? It should work with a knot on my head. Or maybe I got too much hand around there. Okay, there we go. Pause again. There's a delay. I don't know if maybe it's just my phone. Maybe it's just my phone. But there's a delay from the touch to the action that is so fucking annoying because it's a touch surface. So you don't hear a click or a bing. So you touch it. And did I do it? Did I do it? Did I do it? And you keep touching it multiple times because you don't know if it worked because it's not instant, because it takes too long to process the request. So it's like the perfectly annoying amount of like touched it, and now it's playing music. Meanwhile, I'm like, I touched it. Oh fuck, did I not touch it hard enough? I don't hear the music. Your brain you has to get used to like touch it, wait. Because if you actually fucking miss, which is possible, then you have to wait to touch it again. Most of the surface is a touch surface, but there are areas like up here where nothing happens. And since it's on the side of your fucking head, you can't you're feeling it. So like if you touch here, it's not pausing it. It's not pausing it. Oh, there it goes. You gotta be like, you have to like psychologically know where the fucking touch surface is. The other thing is you could do is swipe forward for next track. Oh wait, I think you have to be playing for that to work. Playing. Next track, Cyberpunk, Friday Night Fight. Hold on, I want to hear this song. Oh, I didn't. I have to unpause. I paused it. Somehow I unpaused. I paused, unpaused. Okay. Volume down, you swipe down, and it's just your phone volume, but it goes in very, very small increments. Unlike your phone's button where it's like 5 clicks to get to the top, this is like you're swiping for a while. Now, luckily, I actually prefer slightly more fine control, but if you really need to lower a song, you're fucking doing this, or you got to reach out in your pocket and get your buttons. So the way you control the noise canceling, which is actually acceptable, if the S&Ws was a 3, this is a 6. So it's not going to blow your fucking mind, but it's going to it'll keep you sane on an airplane. And it's got 4 settings. And now, here's the fun part, it's a 2-finger touch. Because see, look, that definitely doesn't look like a meme or something on the internet with the 2 fingers. Blah, blah, blah. Did it work? Hold on, I gotta put it on my head. So you touch, you touch. But here's the thing, you gotta touch the surface it could recognize your fingers. Remember that area where nothing happens? If your 2 fingers touch that, then you just swap between play and pause, because it's only recognizing this finger, right there. I like buttons for a reason. Anyway, you got 4, which is noise canceling high, noise canceling low, because noise canceling high can affect some people, like it really like makes them feel claustrophobic. So you got high, low, off, which means no noise canceling or anything, and then ambient sound, which lets sound through, which actually is really good in these. Like I think the open ambient sound setting is better on these than the noise canceling. Like it's up there with like the Sonys and the other things. Maybe not, it's not Apple level. Again, Apple makes little reality come through the headphones, but it's better than I was expecting. And the noise canceling is decent. And all you need is decent. At $200, that's not like breaking the bank. It's like fucking the Sonys was like $350 or something. So it's like $200, noise canceling is good. Comfort's good enough. You're not gonna die from the comfort. What's gonna kill these is the touch controls are fucking abysmal. I'm not even done with them yet. And the sound quality, while better than the S&Ws, again, I put the Rhodes on, and it's like, where's my soundstage? I actually had to put so the last touch surface, you ready for this? Is here. Right above the USB-C and below the fucking hinge. That's a touch surface, separate from all the other touch surfaces. And for some reason, it only works with double and triple presses. There's no single press. So you double tap back here, and it does touch to talk, which is like, you know, on the Sony headphones, you hold your hand in it, and then it like lowers your music down and lets you hear through the microphones for a split second, and you let go, and then it comes back up. So you just need to like, excuse me, what'd you say? Oh yeah, no, I paid the meter. And then you let go, and you're good. With this, you have to locate your finger, probably up your own ass, then put it behind your ear, and then tap, not here, specifically there, and it will lower your music. I don't think it pauses the music, although it is paused right now. It might pause the music. Hold on. Oh, I'm in the fucking, it's like locked in this mode now, and I can't control shit. So now it's playing again. Did I unpause it? Was it a delay from when I pressed it? I didn't wait long enough? Double tap. Tap. Where's my volume at? See, this did this earlier to me, where it's like I double press the touch to talk mode, which so the volume's real low, and I can it's open ambient sound, and now I can't control anything. I can't wait. I just changed tracks, okay, and I paused. Where's my volume? I have no volume control, and it's still just very quiet, and I could hear ambient. So it's still in this touch to talk mode, which I have to somehow get out of. Was one press do it? No, one press doesn't do it. It beeps when you press it. So it sounds like it's doing something, but it doesn't. So now let's try a double press. Oh, okay, I'm out of it now. Okay. And by the way, the best way I've found to hit that button is to touch here, slide your finger, and let it just go bloop, bloop. So literally hit this twice, and then slide off and like diving board onto it. It's the only way to get it accurately. It's just because or else you're just fucking pushing in the fucking dark again. Like, we can't see the back of our heads, JVC. I don't know, maybe in Japan you can. I can't. The next option, which actually redeemed these headphones for sound slightly more than I was gonna, was the sound mode option, which I found by accident because it's not written on the box. You'd think you'd have all the things it does in the box. Nope. You gotta go into the menu or into the fucking manual. So sound mode change is that same fucking stupid area there 3 times. Normal, bass, and clear. In normal mode, they have too much bass. In bass mode, they have way too much bass. And in clear mode, it sounds normal. Neutral, natural, probably lacking a little bit of bass. It's probably more for podcasts and the like. But honestly, it sounds decent. With these I heard a beep. Oh, because my thumb just brushed that area. That's why they made it only a double and triple press. Because you're gonna pick up the headphones. You hear it beeping? You're gonna pick up the headphones like this to put them on, and you would trigger an action if that was a single press. Fuck. I wanted to like these because I like JVC and I want to see companies like that I remember from my childhood come back. But this ain't gonna be the thing that skyrockets that. So I'm raising the volume here because it's just more and less annoying than this. So with it in clear mode, this is specifically clear mode, I could listen to these are listenable headphones. They are legitimately clear. Vocals are nice. The treble isn't the highest quality. It's another 40mm driver, but it like works. It works. It's enjoyable. It's just narrow as fuck and a little bit like uninspired. Like it's Bluetooth headphone. I need Bluetooth headphone. There's noise canceling. This is fine. It's fine. It's fine. This is way, but I still have this plugged in. Watch, I could just do this, whatever the fuck's playing, and it could be like inspiring music. One of my favorite closed back headphones in any price range. Oh, so if these were $500, I'd be like, this isn't a comparison. These are $150. These are $200. Again, you're paying for battery, you're paying for active noise canceling, you're paying for all that other shit. But you should be able to turn a quality closed-back headphone into an active noise canceling self-powered headphone for $50. Because that's what a FIO BTR3 costs. I plugged it in to the amp, and it shuts off the thing, so you end up getting, in fact, here, hold on. No, I'm sorry. It just says disconnected. Bluetooth off. On 1, 2, 3. So touch to talk still works. I can't change the sound mode. I could literally do the double press or touch to talk where it lowers the volume and opens it up. Noise canceling is... Oh, I gotta hit... Noise canceling is still active even though I'm plugged in with the wire. No, it doesn't bend. There's no... I'm done with this headphone. I gotta move on to the Sonys. We're all care about the Sonys. You're all here for the Sonys. Or the Bathies will get their own video. So, overall score of the JVCs, B for effort. Not a B+, not an A-, B for effort. Please stop thinking you have to be fucking full. This is not a reason I would buy something. All that does is put greasy fucking pizza prints on all your whole shit, and then you're fucking punching yourself. I hate it. All right. Well, that's that. I'm going to move on to the Sonys now, right? Great. All right. Let's go through the fucking paperwork. It's worse than doing my taxes. So, there's some literature that comes with this set. And if you're buying the Sony WH-1000xm4, all of these have static X. They shouldn't be playing because they're off my head, but there's a whole thing it was doing. So here's some, those are like the boring instructions, and these are like the big, pretty instructions with no words, because this is so they get around printing this out in 30 different languages. It's just picture, and this is giant. Usually this is like this big. This is like a poster. You can hang this on your fucking wall. So it's got all the like how to do the text-to-speech. Hold it down to push the button for 2 seconds, and then you double tap here. Near field communication. What is it showing here? Oh, how to play music. Okay, all right. Just I need to get this shit off the desk. All the shit off the desk. I got mine in blue because I like the blue. I like that this doesn't say Sony on it either. It's kind of nice when a company doesn't like shill the shit of themselves on every piece of their thing. Airplane adapter for the 3.5 millimeter. The smallest case yet, because these will again fold like so. The reason you buy these headphones, so $348. Real quick aside, I bought these because I knew the 5s were coming out. These are the XM4s. The XM5s are coming out, but I'm Zeos, so I bought the XM4s. The 5s came out, and then it's been months. So just to give you a scale of why the 5s, the newer 5s, are less money than the 4s. So I bought these $348 for the 4s. The new 5s, right now, $329. Here's why. Ratings currently on Amazon, the world's largest retailer. Hi, Amazon. How you doing? There's 41 4.5-star ratings from this. I'm sorry. Wait, this is the renewed site. Okay. Renewed, they're at $330. Let's go to the actual thing. Maybe this will be better. Hold on. Okay. I thought I was about to go fucking nuts. Anyway, 4.5 stars, 2,400 ratings. $400. The new ones are $400. I'd buy the renewed ones, by the way, because why the fuck not? But to show you how popular these Sonys are, the 4.5 stars, 43,238 ratings. 43,000. So the question is, are the new ones worth $50 more than the old ones? I don't know. I don't know if I like the design as much. People are saying they don't sound as good, and so I've delayed buying them because I'm an idiot, and it'll be 7 months, and then the 6s will be out, and that's what we're talking about. But here's who buys this. You buy this not for the build. You could buy it for the sound, honestly, because they sound really good, but you're buying this because of the features. This has the app. Because I have the Bose QC45s. Love the Bose. They have Dakoni pads. They're simple. Actually, they're supposed to be Dakoni pads for these Sonys as well, but they haven't come out yet, or I don't have a set at least. I actually have to plug them in. Give me a second. Can I listen to these while we're... Oh, God, there goes Static X. Okay. So now I get to use her to play some Don Quixote. Or I don't? Oh, I'm speaking and it's still working. Okay. These cost nearly twice as much as the JVCs. They're twice as good. So now we're exponentially better from the S&Ws to the JVCs to these. When you buy these and they're going to be a little bit bassy by default, you're going to be like, I don't know if I want this sound. It doesn't matter because you're going to install the fucking headphones app. I don't know how, but Sony managed to get the app name to be called Headphones. That's it. Just headphones. Not Sony's headphones or Sony Music headphones. Headphones. So every time I go to my fucking phone to find this app, I can never fucking find it because it's just labeled headphones. I'm like, what kind of balls do you have to have? And it only deals with Sony headphones. So you go in here, we hit connect, which it may not work because it's plugged in. Was plugging the wire and probably immediately disconnected it, which, by the way, it's still not... The reason it wasn't making sound. and now is. Oh, fuck, it kicked on again. Fuck. There's a setting that I have set in the app, which I have to unplug this. This is now we're getting back into like some JVC level territory of annoying. There's a setting. The reason you buy these is because they have more settings than anything I've ever fucking seen. This video could have been its own video standalone, and I could just go over every feature in this fucking app. And then you'd be like, oh, this video is 2 hours long, Zeos, and it's because of this. I unplugged it. Apparently, unplugging that puts it into an off state instead of just putting it back into USB pairing mode. So now we got to wait for it to go back there. Then we got to connect. God, don't you wish I edited sometimes? Then you wouldn't get waifus. Okay, we're back. The 1000xm4 is pure science. Like, this is what the Japan I was thinking of when the Japan, like JVC Japan and Japan. Because if you don't have the app, don't buy. If you don't want to put an app on your phone, don't buy these headphones. Because you need the app. You need to fuck with the EQ. You need to fuck with the settings. You need to scan your ears with pictures like it does stuff. They're very pretty and blue, by the way. I like them. I swap between my Bose and these for noise canceling. Because if noise canceling is an 8, it's a solid 8. The QC45s and these are an 8. Not a 9, not a 10. If the AirPods Max is a 10, these are an 8. Which is still fucking great. Anyway, so you get headphones, activity, and information at the bottom. You get status, sound, and system over here. And you got a pull down, which has backup and restorations of settings, launch music center about the app. You can go for the tutorial or the version, and it's 2.51. How do I want to start? Adaptive sound control. I don't have it set up. I have it set up on the earbuds, the WH-1000xm4. It's a very stupid naming convention, but the earbuds, like the smart true wireless, I have it set up. And what adaptive sound control will do is it knows if you're sitting, standing, walking, or running, or riding in a vehicle, based on accelerometers and if your phone detects GPS that you're moving, and it will change a sound mode depending on that. So if you sit at your desk and it knows you want absolute active noise canceling, you sit at your desk and active noise canceling comes on. Then you go to stand up to walk to the water cooler to talk about, well, not Game of Thrones. Or unless you're watching the other one, The House of the Dragon, which I haven't started, but I've heard it's got good things. So if you get up to walk, then it could be like, all right, we're going to play your music still, but we're going to take active noise canceling and turn it off. And then it'll be, so you could hear people talking to you. And then it's like, if you start running, it'll just put it into ambient mode where you could hear everything because you're running and therefore you want to hear cars and stuff. You know how I found this out and why I turned this feature off? I took these out to mow my lawn. So I used to do it with my Bose and put my Bose on active noise canceling. I do it on the AirPods Max, put on my fucking noise canceling headphones, start up a 4-cylinder Kubota diesel tractor and set the fucking thing from turtle to bunny. And then it's like, wah! And then the fucking blades are spinning and it's noisy as fuck. And I'm a reviewer, so I need to have my hearing good. So I put on active noise canceling, usually the Max, but not the Max, the Bose. And then I tried these. But I had that adaptive sound control on. And I'm puttering along at 12 miles an hour, and it's like, you're running. So at some point, I was mowing the lawn slowly, like around the edges. And it was like, ooh, full noise canceling. Because I had it set to like slow walk noise canceling. But then when I kicked that fucker into high gear to like do the long straight, it decided, oh, you're running now, open. And for like 4 minutes, it was just, yeah, it was re-amplifying the sound of the fucking thing. And I'm like, please stop. And I'm like, I don't want to dig out my phone and start fucking with the app. So then I just had to go eventually and pull over and just stop. So it could be good, but it's not good when it unexpectedly opens that shit up and all of a sudden tractor noises. Not my problem, your problem. So that's one of the features. It has a little control here, even though I'm using FooBar, which is like not really a product that most people, it is showing up here and I can control it through the Sony app. I guess I want you to be in the Sony app, but you're not going to do. Sound, ambient sound control. So you have, how do I describe this? You have, how many anime waifus? You have, 20 different levels of ambient sound. 20 levels. So when you listen, you can have it be 1 or 7 or 14 or 19 or 18 or 17 or 20. Don't know why you need that many fucking levels of ambient sound, but you have them. I have it on maximum. Focus on voice. Also, we'll take the frequencies of most human voices and amplify those even more. Which is fucking weird, because when you do the thing where you hold your hand on the side to have a conversation, or this side, it doesn't amplify yourself. But I could hear myself clicking like this, like perfectly. But it was fucking weird. It was like I was mute, but I could hear the world. Speak to chat. That has to go off. So speak to chat is what I had on. And speak to chat's why we spent 15 seconds exactly in silence, because I plugged in the cable. But since I was talking, the headphones went, you're talking, someone's talking, no music. No music. That works fucking fantastically for all those scenes in movies where you got the programmer dude and he's got the Chinese food and it's like 2 a.m. and he's like hacking into the fucking Pentagon and he's got the music blasting in his headphones, and you know, Will Smith or Keanu Reeves comes up and says, yo, Jimmy, yo, Jimmy, and he got to throw something at him, and then Jimmy goes like, what? And you know that scene from the movie, because the headphones are too loud. If he's wearing these and had that set, he could be rocking out in perfect silence, and then as soon as Keanu Reeves or Michael Fassbender is like, Jimmy, music stops. Yes. Sony fixed a movie problem with that one. And I tried it. Unfortunately, I'm Zeos, and I end up talking to cats, and I'm talking to you guys, and I'm like, fuck. And as soon as I said fuck, my music paused. And here's the problem with this. The settings in it, on voice sensitivity, high and low, and then focus on voice, so it'll actually keep noise canceling but actually let the voices through, which is kind of wild. And then the time until the mode closes is the problem. It defaults to 30 seconds. So you speak or you have a conversation stops. By default, 30 seconds has to pass before it puts your music back on. I set it to short, which is 15 seconds. That's not short. 3 seconds is short. 5 seconds is short. Not 15 seconds. There's also 1 minute for long and does not close automatically. And you have to actually physically unpause the music yourself. I wish there was a 5-second mode, because I would use it if it was like just a 5-second pause. But I wanted it to come back. So I'm shutting that shit off for now. Yeah. I haven't done the noise canceling optimizer, which literally requires atmospheric pressure optimization and pictures of your ears. Like you have to like scan your ear. It's a whole fucking thing. I'm not doing it. Even I own these. I didn't just get them for review and I'm going to sell them. I own them and I'm still not going to do that. That's too much fucking effort. The thing that makes me love these headphones is the equalization. I need water. Like a performer on stage. Give me water. I didn't love these default. They're much more capable already than all the other ones I've listened to. Even the Bose. These sound better than the Bose, but they don't sound truly great, like competing with the Rhodes here, until you set the equalizer either to custom and fuck around with it, or I just have it set to vocal. I don't even have the clear bass turned up. Where's clear bass? Can I go in there? So here's vocal, and there's clear bass. Let's plus 10 the clear bass, just for shits and giggles, because that's separate from the equalization curve. There's clear bass. So now it's in manual setting. It's not a custom one or custom two, it's a manual. Analyze ear shape, optimize your smartphone, optimize apps, sound quality. You could set to prefer quality versus connectivity. You want to stay connected. I have DSEE Extreme on auto. It says it's going to kill the battery more. I don't even know what it does. Clears it up. Someone tell me in the comments what you think DSEE Extreme does, because then we'll work about that. And then we go into the system settings. You can connect 2 devices simultaneously. You can change the function of the custom button, or try to look at the headphones for a second. So here's your NFC connection. This touch surface doesn't do anything. It's not a touch surface. You got a custom button, you got your power button, you got your 3.5 millimeter. Here's your touch surface. Just like the JVC, only this one, this entire raised circular area is a touch surface. Unlike the JVC where it's sort of vague where it ends, this whole thing will do. And it's the same controls. Swipe forward for next, back for last, volume up, volume down. double tap for pause, not single tap. I didn't realize on the JVC it's single tap to pause. That's so fucking annoying. Because you can just tap something by accident all the fucking time. They figured it out in the back side of the JVC, but not in the side. So it's double tap to pause, double tap to play, next track, last track, volume up, volume down. And then one of the things that made the Sony so great is that if you need to have a conversation with someone, you can just hold your hand against the side. It feels like most of the pad lighting up, and it just lowers your music down. It puts on ambient and lowers your music down. Doesn't shut it off, just lowers it. So if someone you walk up to someone in the store and you're like, you hold your hand against it and you can have a conversation, you take your hand off it, it goes back to playing your music. And that's on here, and that has automatically download software, pause when the headphones are taken off, power off when the headphones are taken off. I disabled for obviously the video, but I have it set to pause when I take off the headphones. We should probably get back to Kazuna AI. Static X, that's way too loud. So no, I am paused it with them off my head, but if I had them on my head, oh God, I set the bass to 10. Oh, paused. It's a nice feature. I like that. Doesn't turn it off, just pauses it. Put them on my head. As soon as they're on my ear, as soon as it detects my ear in the cup, it puts it back on. So that just means if I lift this off, I lifted the right ear off, it didn't do anything. I lift the left ear off, what is that gonna do? Left ear, that's where the sensor is. Yep, right there. See that window? That's looking to see if someone's living inside. So if I do that. Is it 2 sensors? How does it know if I'm not wearing it? There we go. I tricked it. I just had to fill it both up with my hands. I'm so sneaky. I'm like a hacker, man. These sound as good as you can tune them. They're a capable, fun headphone. You could take all the bass away. You could triple the bass. It handles it fine. They sound good. You're spending $350. But if you compare the $100 Smith & Wessons, the Strauss & Wagner's, you should compare those. Sound quality, they have nothing on any of these other headphones. These at least start competing with these. Maybe not in pure soundstage. Like that's just something that's got to be built and not tuned. You can't tune soundstage into something. So these are just built better for that. But you can get as clear a vocal, you get as much bass as you want. The imaging is fantastic. To this moment, these are still some of the best sounding wireless headphones. The only ones that compete, where's the box, are over there, the final, the UX3000s. And those are non-noise canceling and no app. And I think they're still $170 to $200. So those things just sound great because they're made by Final Audio. These things sound great because science is fucking just books and science. So I would highly recommend these. The JVCs, I can't. I think you saw my part of that video on the JVCs and the S&Ws. If you only have $100, you might want to save a little more money and buy those and just get a dongle adapter. It's fine. They're fine. Links to Audio 46. Buy something else from them, please. It's a brick and mortar store. They've got to stay in business. Just they're not going to do it with the S&Ws. Anyway, yeah. So full love of this. I'm gonna have to buy the 5s. I'm hoping. I mean, how many more app things can they do? What are the 5s gonna add? Because these already sound great, and they fold. I don't think the 5s fold. I think the 5s. Oh, do they fold? I don't know if they fold. They don't look like they fold, which means they're oh, the God. They don't fold. Because I like the fact that I can do this and just like, look, shove them down. That's small. It's palm of my hand. They could make the case even smaller and made it this size. I don't care. I don't know and I don't care. I'm going to go blow my nose. Wallpaper in the Horde. Thank you to my patrons and subscribers and everyone who bought SA6 Ultras. I hope you love them as much as I do. Cry like a little girl. Thank you for all the companies who sent out gear here. I bought the Sonys. And I love them the most, so favoritism be damned. I'll link the Rhodes because if you don't need it to be Bluetooth, or you're willing to buy a Bluetooth dongle adapter, which I'll link, I guess, something in the description, Quidelics, or the, what was the other one? Everyone's like always like, review this. I mean, here's the thing, like the iFi Go Blue is like $200. So that would make these $350, which would make these the exact same price as these, and these have way more features. And they're also wouldn't be running balance. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Wallpaper, Patreon, Subscribestar, see reviews early, participate in yard sales, where those other ones will be. Loss of sound demos if they continue. $10 a month, private behind-the-scenes Telegram chat, including a lifetime swap meet channel if you want to buy, sell, and trade gear. You could do that through the $10 chat. Once you're in the $10 chat, you're in the lifetime chat, with a lifetime channel for selling gear, not the lifetime chat. That's a whole other chat. Anyway, thanks. Merch also in the description. I never print my own merch. I think I made more sleeping than I make on my merch, so it's one boring t-shirt, but thank you for all who buy that or the stickers. See, look, here's a Zero Review sticker. Isn't it pretty? Anyway, I'm done. Sorry for making this video 47 minutes long, but I had to talk a lot about these, and I had to complain a lot about the JVCs and the S&Ws doing a thing, and I love the Rhodes. You should re-review these.